Bit of swing and seam already. First ball, Steve Harmison alongside me. And Calmiers into this team for the first time in this series. But you're enthused by what you've seen in that pitch, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Good morning, Samuel. Good morning, everyone. It's a brave call to go and bowl first, put your pressure on your bowlers.
Straight through him. Appeal from the bowler, not much from behind. Excellent signs.
That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Just got the ball to not only nip back, but it's bounced as well. Look at the bounce on this. Seam, good position. Gone all the way through Alex Lees. There was a noise. There was a noise. Just might be the back pad. But not only good signs for Jaden Seals, but good signs for the West Indies.
What a seed.
It's a beauty. That's an absolute beauty from Jaden Seals. Hits the deck hard, seam position, nice and bowled upright, stands up all the way through to Joshua De Silva. This is what bowling coaches tell your bowlers early in.
Huge shot from Kemar Roach. Gregory Brathwaite not interested. Greg Brathwaite once again will have that discussion and have to make a decision. Did it do enough? Well, he's reviewed it. We'll soon find out.
Copy that, Gregory. Review for LBW. Original decision not out. Leslie to Mark. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've already checked and established it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please? Yeah, there's clearly no bat involved. No shot played. Can you move on to ball tracking, please? Thank you, Mark. Just waiting on ball tracking, guys. That's right, Mark. No shot played. Still building. Here comes ball tracking. Pitches outside off, impact outside, wickets missing. Mark, I'm ready to go back on field to Gregory. Gregory, you can stay with your original not out decision. You're on screen, signal now.
Decision upheld. What a shot. Sublime from Zach Crawley. First boundary.
Slightly over pitch from Kemar Roach, looking potentially for a little bit of swing. Hasn't swung, it's just gone straight on with the angle, and that's comfortable in Crawley's arc. Crawley's scoring areas there. Big, tall man wants to hit the ball down the ground.
Well controlled, not well timed. Dribbles away to the boundary. Alex Lees, his first boundary of the morning.
And it's a welcome boundary for Alex Lees. Jaden Seals just gone down to the short ball. A lot of balls pitched up in and around that good area. There's not much pace in this pitch. If there is any indifferent bounce, there's not much pace in this pitch yet. Still a bit damp. So it's just sitting in the surface as well. And with Jaden Seals, but I think you're right. I think Jaden Seals especially is just trying a little bit too hard. Bad little bit of footwork there, but just kicked it onto the boundary. I don't think he's really sure, Blackwood. I think he's right to be not sure, because I think when it is 4, when he did stop it with his foot, I think his back was turned, so just dribbled against the rope.
Got him. So often Calmiers does it. He's a handy bowler and a wicket taker. First one down.
Not without its alarms for the England openers. This has been a gift. cross-seam delivery. It might just have stood up a touch in the surface, but it's a loose drive from Zach Crawley. Skipper Brathwaite in exactly the right place. And Mayers, the experiment with Mayers has resulted in a wicket for the West Indies. They draw first blood in this shootout here in Granada. It's Crawley's gone for 7 and it's 23 for 1.
Brilliant from Roach. He's very good there. Gets down quickly. Authority in that one from Lees. 29 for 1.
And he's got another. Carl Mayers strikes for the second time, and this time it is none other than England's captain Joe Root. That is a big, big scalp.
Certainly is. Very, very good delivery from Kyle Mayers. Scrambled seam again. Just took the outside edge of the informed Joe Root. And jubilation once again for Kyle Mayers and the West Indies team. He's been included in the squad this morning and he's showing his skipper that I can get this job done. Joe Root is gone for naught. England in a bit of trouble here. 29 for 2.
Straight-ish, but the angle might just be taking it past the leg stump, but this is going to take some consideration yet again from this West Indies review committee, led by the captain, influenced by a former captain, added to by a vice-captain, added to by a keeper. Just in the nick of time, let's have a look.
Decision not out. Leslie to mark. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've already checked and established this a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on, please? There doesn't appear to be any bat. However, I'll need Ultra Edge to confirm. Ultra Edge coming up. There's a flat line as the ball is next to the bat and clear a gap between bat and ball. There's no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking, please? Pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets missing. Mark, I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel, you can stay with your original not out decision. You're on screen, signal now.
Wow. That ball just seamed back in. Prodigious movement.
Yeah, excellent from Seals. Standing the seam up. Making sure that the length is always challenging the batter to think about coming forward. In the air. It's going to run all the way down to the boundary for 4. Oh, that's straight. Oh, that's gone. If Dan Lawrence hasn't hit this, he's in big trouble.
I agree. Having that discussion with Alex Lees, I wonder what the decision will be just in the nick of time.
Copy that, Joel. Review for LBW, original decision out. Leslie to mark, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've already checked and established it's a fair delivery. Can you move to front on, please? Yeah, he's clearly missed that ball. Clear gap between bat and ball. There is no bat involved. Can you please go straight onto ball tracking, Mark? Ball tracking coming up, Joel. Pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets hitting. Mark, I'm ready to go back on field to Joe. Joe, you can stay with your original out decision. You're on screen, signal now.
Joel Wilson raises the finger for the second time. Absolutely spot on from Jaden Seals. The movement defeated the forward push of Dan Lawrence. He has gone for 8. England in real trouble here at 46 for 3.
Might be the final ball before lunch.
Stoutly defended by Alex Lees, who's looked solid at the top of the order for England. He's played 1 or 2 pleasing strokes. More importantly, has made it all the way through to the lunch break. It's been West Indies' session for short. Carl Mayers has been perhaps the unlikely hero. 27 overs, 3 for 46. It's not been edge of the seat stuff as far as run scoring is concerned, but there certainly have been chances and opportunities for the bowlers with seam movement and a little bit of up and down bounce here on day 1 in Grenada. Crawley, Root and Lawrence have found themselves back in the pavilion. Mayers with a couple of those wickets. Joe Root with a duck. An absolute beauty from Mayers to send the in-form England skipper back without scoring. And it's Alex Lees and Ben Stokes, the 2 left-handers, that will see England through to the lunch break and resume thereafter.
Bowlers for the West Indies, well, we've asked for some spice on the pitch. We've got that certainly. Jaden Seals with his solitary wicket, but it's that man, Kyle Mayers, 2 wickets for no runs, 5 maidens in 5 overs, doing the damage so far.
Misfortune for the bowler, fortune for Alex Lees. Could have ricocheted into the stumps.
I've seen this a few times now. Alex Lees pushing away from his body. Any sort of width that's been on offer, he just pushes away from his body, hands out in front of himself. Very fortunate there to get away with that one. See right the last minute, he loses his balance as he comes through.
Very well bowled.
Good area this from Alzari Joseph. Ben Stokes doesn't want to come forward. Trying to play the ball as late as he possibly can.
Got him. Use of the short ball by Alzari Joseph. Proves to be the end of Stokes.
He said, has he bowled too short? Well, that one was a short ball. 3 or 4 balls in this over, just been that nice length. This one had a bit more venom in it. Ben Stokes just toe of the bat. Alzari Joseph, nice catch. Nonchalantly throwing the ball back to the umpire. And England in real trouble now. Stokes goes for 2. England 53 for 4.
There was a noise out. I wonder if it was bat hitting ground.
It was a loud noise. It was a loud noise. It was a loud noise. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. Josh, what happened there? Josh.
There was a noise. There was a noise, and I actually thought Alex Lees is walking here. As his bat hit the floor. Not so sure.
This time, no question about it. He's been working away at angling in and then straightening. Brilliant from Roach.
A fantastic area from Kemar Roach. Again, challenging Alex Lees outside edge. Relentless this morning. 2 or 3 times Alex Lees has left the ball very close to that off stump. This time, Kemar Roach thinks the world's against him. Not that time. Lees goes for 31. England 53 for 5.
Is that another one? Yes, it's all falling down and falling in favour of the West Indies here after lunch. As well as before, Bairstow goes.
One that nips back, then one nips away from a similar length, similar speed. 145 kilometre, nips back, cuts him in two. 142 kilometres, nips away, manages to get the outside edge. Joshua De Silva coming forward, takes a good catch. Reward for Alzari Joseph. I think he's bowled beautifully this morning. Bairstow goes for naught. England in real trouble, 53 for 6.
Don't give him that. Walks lives for that drive.
He naturally makes width for himself. Chris Woakes stays leg side the ball. Excellent cover drive. Square cut, back foot punch. These are the shots that Chris Woakes enjoys playing.
That's nicely clipped away. And it's going to be 4 runs as well. 4 very, very welcome runs. If there are opportunities like this, then obviously England needs to take them. That's just offline, off length. Nonetheless, very nicely clipped away by Ben Folkes.
Clean them up through and through. Jaden Seals just jumped back in, breaches the defenses of Ben Folkes, and another wicket for the West Indies.
Well, the wickets continue to fall then. This is a lovely piece of bowling though. Just comes back a little bit, just clips the top of middle stump. It's enough to beat that slightly tentative defence and find its way through, and a very cool celebration from Jaden Seals. That's 7 down now as Ben Folkes goes for 7, and it's 67 for 7. Well, that one has gone over the top, so they brought the third man into the ring. That was for Woakes that he was placed down there, but now it's Overton who is given that a bit of up and over, and it's raced away for 4.
Yeah, very wide and short, and through everything at it did Craig Overton. Got enough bat on it to fly through that slip region to the vacant third man area. Don't think Alzari Joseph will be pleased with that.
Nicely played. Chris Woakes has pinged a couple through the covers, one off front foot, another off back.
Slightly short and wide that time from Kemar Roach. And of course, Woakes cashed in.
Gone, bowled all over the place. Confusion on the face of Overton. Elation on the face of Kemar Roach.
That man Kemar Roach, once again, you just can't keep him out of the game, can you? That one came back a long way. Breach the defense of Overton. And England slump into further trouble. Overton is gone for 14. England struggling badly, 90 for 8.
Oh, shot. Chris Woakes given a bit of width again. Unerringly finds the extra cover fence.
Certainly was a good shot. Slightly overpitched by Kemar Roach. He knows it. Forced a smile. And Chris Woakes really cashed in on that. Very good shot.
Jack Leach peels off a beauty through extra cover. Brings up the 100.
And a big cheer from the England supporters. Overpitched delivery from Jason Holder, wide of off stump as well. And that was a good shot. Well, he's got the top score of 92.
just offline again here, Jason. A sort of slump of the shoulders actually after he delivered it. Not entirely happy with himself here, as well he might be. Little flick of the bat as it goes past. That's what the umpire said anyway. A look of wonder.
It's a drop catch.
I'm just wondering whether it was squeezed or dropped. That's the thing. Yeah, it is a drop. That's the lower, flatter, wider, quicker one to finish. And England will go to tea now. 114 for 8 after 53 overs, so the over 8 is down from West Indies, but West Indies will be less concerned about that than they are happy to have taken those wickets again. 5 in the session, 68 for 5 in this afternoon session, so 8 in the day, 114 for 8 the total. And so winning the toss for West Indies today has turned out to be a very, very good thing indeed. Asking England to bat first likewise. Conditions have certainly helped the seam bowlers throughout, even though we saw those 2 token overs of spin just before this tea break here at just after 2:40 local time. So that's the card for England. Top score of the day, Alex Lee's 31, a series of single-figure scores to follow before Chris Woakes not out 25, Overton's 14, Leach not out 10. But England way below what we think will be par, but as yet we're not quite sure what par might be. That's the scorecard at tea, 114 for 8.
And the bowlers, Kyle Mayers, 2 for 0, the 5 overs. Not seen him again since he got Joe Root. 2 each for Roach and Seals, bowled very well. So did Alzari Joseph.
Clean them up. Jaden Seals immediately after tea picks up another wicket. The wicket of Chris Woakes breaches his defenses once again.
He really has deserved this, Jaden Seals. Throughout this series, he's bowled beautifully, the young man. He really has come of age. Hardly any first-class experience under his belt. He's hit test game and hit the ground running and hit the stumps of Chris Woakes. And resistance just going there. 25, Chris Woakes, England 114 for 9.
Almost close to him, that's what I mean. Get him in a little bit closer.
You called it Bish, and it almost worked. Fell agonizingly short of John Campbell. Look at that. Couple of yards closer would have been an easy catch.
That's a lovely shot. That is a top shot. Just a little saunter down the pitch after he'd struck it from Jack Leach. And the smile that says, was that me?
He certainly enjoyed that one. He played an extra cover drive a few overs ago off the bowling of Jason Holder. It was the shot of the day then. And this one now eclipses that one. Firm push.
Firmly struck. Very firmly struck. Ow. Just shrug it off. West Indies captain very much in the firing line there. Seems to be recovering quickly.
A courageous stop from Captain Craig. Quite close and hit firmly. Just like that.
Well, the inside edge won't take it down to the boundary as such. But it did one thing and one thing alone. It saved the ball going through to the gloves for the stumping. So the charge, Mahmood on the charge. Couldn't resist. Oh, he's put it down. He's put it down at full stretch. John Campbell, who feels in the slips, he feels in the covers, feels anywhere to be honest, but he was at full stretch here.
Yeah, well fortified, offside, similar to what they had for Jack Leach. Goes for it, hits it in the air, just to the right of John Campbell. Had it once, had it twice, didn't have it the third time, and in the end, grasped the opportunity. Should have been taken.
Oh, fuck.
Oh dear.
I can't see.
Again, Brathwaite is way offline. Unbelievably, it's got enough pace to reach the boundary. Rolls its way down to the boundary, having beaten the bats, having beaten the gloves. Welcome runs for England. It's 162 for 9.
Oh, hit, sorry.
50 partnership comes up for the 10th wicket between Leach and Mahmood. It's been a good restoration of the shambles that existed before.
Appreciated by the whole team. They're dressed in white, being ready to take the field. 133 balls. Partnership has been
Nobody really wants to chase it. Seals finally gets through the gears.
a bizarre bit of cricket in the last 2 balls. Frustration from the West Indies fielders towards 2 bowlers who have put a lot of effort into getting England 168 for 9. Alzari Joseph ball watching twice in the last sort of 10 balls. And there, Jaden Seals expecting it to go for 4, and he's ended up having to chase it, sprawl and dive to last-ditch stop the boundary, which he did very, very well. It's going to be 4 more welcome runs to England. Craig Brathwaite, anguish cry, deserves to as well, because that's a poor ball down leg side. Only 1 fielder behind square, out on the deep fence, and again, they've let England back into this. They really have. 90 for 8. 90 for 8.
Oh, jeez, man, a well bowled, boy.
Yeah, Joshua De Silva, I think he had a point talking about himself not long ago. It has been a long series for him. Ball goes straight through and misses everything. 4 more hugely valuable runs here for England.
Second new ball has been taken. You have to be able to lift yourself as a fielding and bowling group for this with the last pair at the crease.
Ball his right arm round.
Three slips, a gully, and a ringed offside field. Squirts that away, might be 4. Is 4. More runs continue to flow. England creep towards 200. Who would have thought from 114 for 9?
Hardness of the ball, brand new ball, goes off the bat that little bit harder. It's 2 balls outside off stump, swinging from Jaden Seals. This time he's gone that little bit straighter. Thick outside edge.
Jack Leach continues to enjoy himself.
More frustration for the West Indies. What a partnership. 80 runs so far between Jack Leach and Mahmood.
Oh, he's absolutely nailed that. What a magnificent shot, and it brings up the 200 for England.
Appreciated by the crowd that's here, mostly England supporters. Over-pitched delivery from Alzari Joseph. Nice firm push through mid-off.
Down the track he goes, and he has thumped it through mid-on. There's your answer, Curtly Ambrose.
That was expected. Hit it well. The non-striker and the umpire for a brief moment was in some trouble.
Jack Leach almost wore one for his trouble. Quite remarkable. Taki Mahmood, 49.
Oh, yeah!
Knocked him over. Would you believe it? Jermaine Blackwood does give his fast bowlers the gift of not having to go through warm-ups in the morning. For Saqib Mahmood, the agony of finishing one short of what would have been a maiden 50 in red ball cricket, any red ball cricket, let alone a test match. England have been bowled out for 204. Jack Leach and Saqib Mahmood are the men they have to thank for getting them that many. Looking for that single on the leg side, has chopped it into his stumps. And Blackwood picks up a test wicket. The only other time numbers 10 and 11 have top scored in a test match innings was in 1885. Tom Garrett and Edwin Evans for Australia versus England in Sydney, 1885. Jack Leach and Saqib Mahmood have made a little bit of history.
So Wokes and company would want to utilize that new ball on a pitch that is still seamer friendly.
Oh, that'll run away. The outfield is a little sluggish. Alex Lees with good work. Bounce back off the advertising hoarding, thankfully. I think we'll have to have a look at this upstairs. Very difficult to tell with any certainty as to whether that back of Alex Lee's hand has touched the cushion.
That is commitment, isn't it?
I think I'd be inclined to give the fielder the benefit of the doubt, if for nothing else, to reward the effort. Nicely played. England not impressed with the new ball so far.
Short and wide. And John Campbell is very strong, square of the wicket on both sides. That's easy pickings for him.
Yeah, just 126 kilometers per hour.
That was sublime. Glorious from John Campbell. Another boundary for him.
This is the sort of thing that I'm speaking of. The ball before, the delivery before was on a good length on middle and off stump. And Chris Woakes knows where he wants to put the ball. Smidgen of room even from around the wicket, which is what Mahmood is trying to deny Campbell.
Controlled shot from Campbell on top of the bounce into the surface, and good timing, good enough to get it all the way for 4. He's gotten 3 boundaries to his name so far. He's looked quite compact, quite composed and organized at the crease, and this is what he's done so far. He's gotten set, but he hasn't cashed in, and that's an area of concern.
Not great bowling, to be honest. There is enough in the surface to be hitting a good length. Not happening so far for England.
The previous delivery was hit down deliberately. This one is hit up deliberately. Consecutive boundaries now.
Well, that's slipped away down the leg side. Given his runs, it'll flick off the bats, but slightly misdirected anyway by Overton.
A bit of a story of England's morning, really. They've either been too short or too full, too floaty, too full. Just floated there to the leg stump of, outside leg stump of Craig Brathwaite, but been a struggle for England this morning.
Well, the evidence is in front of us. West Indies going strongly here. That's the 50 partnership, coming up halfway through this 17th over. Oh, that's the one that they're looking for. No sooner had the topic been raised of variable bounce and balls keeping low than one sneaks through dead straight from Ben Stokes. He's the man who's made the breakthrough yet again for England. Not only that, the man he's dismissed is that one who's proved so stickable all the way through this series, Craig Brathwaite.
She knew straight away that Stokes knew, talked about it, ball keeping low, get it straight. The danger man Brathwaite goes to 17, the West Indies 50 for 1.
Oh, that's nasty. That's not a good blow. Campbell springs straight back up again. And we'll be looking with certain gratitude, to say the least, at that helmet and grill. Because that was aimed dead straight at him, awkward height, and he just got it wrong. Just made the wrong decision there, and oh, doesn't look good. Does not look good. Right, Brooks on strike. Lovely shot. Yes, it was a little too full. Yes, it was too close to leg stump, but nonetheless, the timing and the ease, beautiful to watch.
Yeah, lovely shot from Brooks, but again, we talked about the difference between Holder and Craig Overton. Holder, when he pitches it up, there's something on it. There's a little nip off.
Ow. Well, I tell you what, it seems that both batsmen have got some suspicion, deep lurking suspicion in their minds about the shorter ball.
One thing I can't quite work out is how few and far between the short balls have been, given how much discomfort they've caused. Half volley, floating balls up there on a surface where all of the talk from the big fast men, and we've got 3 of them with us. Ambrose, Harmison, Bishop, hit the pitch hard, whack away at it. Half volley is a crime.
Yeah, that was a gift, wasn't it? Huge out, given. No questions there for umpire Brathwaite. Raises his hand almost immediately. There'll be that conversation, but that seemed to be absolutely plumb.
Well, a celeb appeal from Saqib Mahmood. These two haven't been able to communicate particularly well when it comes to running between the wickets. The conversation about taking the review has not gone the way Shamar Brooks would have liked, and it looked a little on the leg side-ish side. But Saqib eventually turning round to inquire of umpire Brathwaite. That's the end of Shamar Brooks, 13 from 25 for him. Things starting to look less comfortable in the middle for the West Indies. 68 for 2.
Huge shot down the leg side. Ben Foakes likes it. Umpire Wilson doesn't. And Joe Root reviews.
Review, caught behind, original decision not out. Third umpire, the television director, we have a player review for caught behind. I've already checked the front foot, it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on, please, Mark? The ball is quite close to the glove. And the pad, I'm going to need ultra edge to confirm if there's any glove involved. Just roll it through. Bye-bye. Yeah, just freeze it right there. There's a spike as the ball is on to the glove. I've got conclusive evidence to suggest he's hit this ball. I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel, I'm going to ask you to overturn the decision to out. You're on screen now.
Decision overturned. Another wicket for England. A short ball this time from Craig Overton does the trick. The wicket of John Campbell. Excellent catch down the leg side. Ben Foakes has been good throughout the series. And good once again here today. And he knew it immediately, didn't he? And success. 3 quick wickets for England. Campbell goes for 35, 69 for 3. What a delivery. Absolute gem of a delivery from Saqib Mahmood, beating all ends up.
10 seconds.
Don't think they'll review anything there. It might just be the lunch break here on the second day of this final test match. A peach of a delivery to end. Absolute gem. Nothing to show for it. However, bounces over the stump through bat and pad. And Craig Brathwaite, John Campbell, good opening partnership once again. 50 that was worth. And Brathwaite the first to go, followed by Shamar Brooks and then John Campbell before the break. Bonner and Blackwood relatively new to the crease, just a single each.
Poor start from England with the new ball. Wokes and Overton rather allowing the West Indies to get away to a decent start, not making the play often enough. But as soon as England started to hit that pitch, they really started to cause some problems. 21 runs for 3 wickets in the last 8 overs before the lunch break. And England will be feeling much happier about life. West Indies still 133 runs in arrears.
Pad. Good take, but pad.
10 seconds. Got a lot of 2 noises going on here.
Said he had 2 noises, so they review it.
Copy Joel, review for caught, original decision not out. Leslie to Mark. We have a player review for caught. Mark, can you show me the front foot, please? I haven't seen it as yet. Yeah, it's a fair delivery. You can see it, fair delivery. Can you move on to front on?
Front on, orange, and Raj to orange.
Yeah, there's a clear deflection off the pad. Going to need ultra edge just to confirm. Passes the bat, clear gap between bat and ball. The deflection is off the pad. I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel. You can stay with your original not out decision. You're on screen signal now.
Yes, put them away like that.
Stokes just feeling his way back in to bowling. He's got an issue, a little issue with that left knee. Be disappointed with that floating half volley.
Reviews it straight away.
Leslie to mark, we have a player review for caught behind. The original decision is out. I've already checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on? Yeah, the ball is very close to the glove. I'm going to need ultra edge here, Mark. Ultra edge coming up. There's a gap between bat and ball there. There's a flat line. Flat line as the ball passes. The ball clips the thigh pad. Okay, Mark, I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel, I'm going to have to ask you to overturn your decision to not out. You're on screen signal now.
Another decision overturned from the video replay. It just didn't look right.
Good use of the short ball from Wokes. Aggression from England, and Bonner goes.
No energy problems for Chris Wokes. That'll do him the world of good. You can see his teammates really pleased for him. Cross seam again, short ball. Bonner just couldn't quite get out of the way. Easy catch for Ben Foakes. Easy decision for the umpire. Very relieved man, Chris Wokes. Bonner's gone for 4. West Indies are 82 for 4.
Does hook up. I said he hooks up. Often he will hook up. And he does it again. 2 in the over for Wokes.
This is huge for Chris Wokes. Massive for England, but huge for the individual Chris Wokes. 2 wickets in 2 overs. Like I said, he's bowled beautiful areas after the tea break. Said right at the top it was going to be a big spell for Chris Wokes, and wow, hasn't he performed and done well. 2 good bouncers, well-directed bouncers. And a comfortable catch for Johnny Bairstow. Oh, the short steer goes for naught. West Indies are in a little bit of trouble here. 82 for 5.
Oh, that's dropped, I think. That was exactly the same sort of indecision about waiting to see what goes on with the ball. Shall I play it? Shall I leave it? Very, very low. We need to just be absolutely sure if that did carry in full how difficult this was. But you'll see here just that little flick away, and it has carried. Folks just came up maybe a fraction too soon. Then this is what happens when you get that late non-lead. Oh, that's in the air, catchable heights, but in the gap. This is what's known as riding your luck for Jermaine Blackwood.
How close was that to overturn?
Deep square leg, all these options being covered. Oh, that's straightish, that's pretty straight. Took a couple of seconds for the finger to come up, but there will be things like the absolute line, the height.
Copy, Joe.
And it has
Review
been
LBW
referred,
original
so it goes
now.
up to the
Leslie
third
to
umpire.
mark, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've already checked, and it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on? Yeah, there doesn't appear to be any bat. I'm going to need ultra edge to confirm. Just waiting on ultra edge, guys. outer edge coming up. There's a flat line as the ball passes next to the bat and a slight gap between bat and ball. There's no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking, please? Pitching outside off, impact in line. Wickets, umpire's call. Can you go back on field to Joel? Joel, you can stay with your original out decision. You're on screen signal now.
Well, confirmation that it was both mighty close, mighty close, but also is now out in the book. Blackwood had been living dangerously. That was not a rash shot by any stretch of the imagination, just beaten by the movement and the bounce. The bounce nearly saved him. Ever so close, but Blackwood is out for 18, and it's 95 for 6. Guided down, it's safe. It's going to run away down towards that third man boundary nicely. Brings up the 100 for West Indies, still 6 down, of course.
Four welcome runs to Kyle Mayers and the West Indies.
Goes to the pull shot and makes pretty good contact with that one. Nothing wrong with the response there to that particular short ball. Enough of ducking for now.
Some indecision here. Mayers and De Silva not speaking the same language out there at the moment.
I reckon that was on purpose.
Absolutely thumped that. Entirely sure it was where he intended it to go, but the result was decent anyway.
No, he intended to hit this on to be onside initially. He'll take the result, as you rightly said. But the intent is still clear from bowler and batsman. And remember, there are 3 deep fielders on the hook or the pull shot.
In the air. It's got a real flourish and packs a punch, does Carl Mayers. Second boundary in the over. Challenge accepted. 116 for 6.
Yeah.
Short and wide. Room on offer. Welcome, Steve Hamilton.
A good shot from Joshua De Silva. Making a conscious effort to get his left leg out of the way. Any inconsistent bounce. Just uses the pace. Depth to the crease. Uses the pace to get the ball past Alex Lee's a short third man. Good shot.
Edge away. Streaky boundary. Not for the first time for Kyle Mayers.
Would have carried anywhere. Another sign of, like yesterday, the life going out of the ball, a little bit out of the pitch. Don't think if Joe Root was a little bit wider, that ball would have carried anywhere near.
In the air, simple catch. Just when I was praising Kyle Mayers, he gives his wicket away. Very soft dismissal.
Tap man again, Stokes. Just as you feel as though the game's getting flat, not much happening. He comes to the party again. I think there is a little bit, there's a fraction of reverse swing going on there. And it's a simple catch. Mahmood's first catch in Test cricket, along with his highest score, first 6 in the game. He's having a nice game, is Saqib Mahmood. Not getting easier catch in Test cricket than that. Myers goes for 28, 128 for 7.
Edge just wide of the diving Joe Root. Streaky boundary for Alzarri Joseph.
Not quite out of the fingertips of Joe Root. Even sensing there's a little bit of a door open, a door's ajar. Fair play to Joe Root.
Confidently played by Joshua De Silva. End of that maiden Jack Leach over. T on day 2 of the final test. 4 wickets falling in this session for 63 runs. Chris Wokes, the main destroyer, picking up 3 wickets for 32 runs, and England once again in control of this session like they were in the first at that luncheon interval. West Indies disappointed in a few of these dismissals. Jason Holder in particular, and his decision to take on that short ball off just the 3rd delivery. Kyle Mayers, really innocuous delivery, getting his wicket. So 2 gifts from Holder and Mayers. And Mayers was well set, 28. Joshua De Silva has seen some 54 deliveries. Joseph, 5 from 10. The West Indies 134 for 7. Chris Wokes, I think I mentioned, 3 for 32. All 3 wickets coming after lunch. Overton 1, Mahmood 1, and Ben Stokes, the talismanic Ben Stokes, 2 for 23. This is where we are at the moment. West Indies still trail by 70 runs and 3 wickets in hand.
In the air. Oh, that has gone a long, long way. Mighty strike from Alzarri Joseph. 148 for 7.
They're certainly enjoying that. The local fans, that one was absolutely crunched.
Nice shot. A little snippet again of Alzarri Joseph's batting ability.
Very, very good shot. And the crowd is loving it. Slightly short and wide from Jack Leach, and he played it extremely well. The timing was good.
Nice use of the feet. And that is the inclination there, as rare as it is, from De Silva to attack.
It was a good shot. As you said, Bish, good use of the feet. And because the ball, nothing happened off the surface for Jack Leach, he got to the pitch, hit it well.
Well, he's taken the ball very, very nicely indeed. Low catch from Ben Foakes, just a bit of a tickle. All that enterprise from Alzarri Joseph comes to an end. He gave himself so much space there with that offside beckoning. So you can see exactly what he was trying to do. And the only thing missing in the end was contact with the meat of the bat, just toe of the bat in the end. Foakes had to stay low this time to make sure the gloves are underneath it, but Overton gets his man.
And Alzarri Joseph goes for 28. West Indies 177 for 8.
Important runs. The lead is now 12.
Yeah, and they know the importance of it. Again, I just think England are concentrating too much on the middle stump of Kemar Roach. It was a little bit out of character for Kemar. Big top edge. The field up on the leg side. It was relatively safe.
But now he's found enough of the bat to get it away down to third man for 4. And Courtney was absolutely right. There's noise around the stadium as West Indies take the lead by 3.
As was expected from the crowd. Kemar Roach driving square of the wicket for 4 after missing a couple of deliveries.
Well, that's found the boundary. These are always handy runs. End of the day runs always seem to count double, especially when they're against the second new ball.
Over-pitch delivery on leg stump, and Roach and Silva was been there for a long time, didn't miss out. And that's what happens when you take the new ball. It travels a lot quicker.
That's whipped away through the onside. Yet another familiar shot from this man, Joshua De Silva, who's played a super hand here. Very, very useful innings indeed. 52 from 143 balls in 200 minutes.
Appreciated by everyone here and his teammates as well. Another half volley on leg stump. And was crashed away through the mid-wicket region. Bat raised.
This is frustrating for England, so frustrating. The bowler, the captain, for the 11 on the field alike, for all those praying for these final 2 wickets. Overton finds the edge, but he goes down, finds the gap, rolls away for 4 more.
Valuable runs for the West Indies. Extending that lead, and this partnership, David, is a very good one. 49 it stands at the moment.
Yeah, frustration for England. Good news for West Indies, and they've worked hard for this. De Silva and Roach have worked very, very hard for this. That is the 50 partnership, which comes from 89 deliveries. Oh, that's guided away through the gap in the slips. That'll be 4. Lead goes up again. Now 28.
More valuable runs for the West Indies. That's the second time we've seen Kemar Roach guiding the ball down the third man.
Umpires have sole control of weather and light. They have finally come to the conclusion that just short of the scheduled close of play, the rescheduled close of play, actually just by a couple of minutes, that enough is enough.
First run of the morning. Kemar Roach. 63 deliveries he's faced yesterday. Highest partnership of the innings for the West Indies. It's worth 56 now. That one was well controlled.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot by Joshua De Silva. And that's the thing on this surface with the bowlers that are on show. And De Silva, he was very good in defence yesterday, very disciplined in defence yesterday. See here, he's coming forward, even a short ball. He's looking to come at the ball. That's a great shot. Fantastic shot from Joshua De Silva, just slightly overpitched from Chris Woakes. Didn't swing. Found the middle of Josh De Silva's bat.
regal from Joshua De Silva. Full face of the bat, high elbows. Huge shot, given. Gets the wicket, Saqib Mahmood. Another good catch down the leg side from Ben Foakes. And England get the 9th.
Exactly what we were just talking about. Ball nips back. A lot straighter there from Saqib Mahmood. This one nips back and just catches the glove, I think. Again, good catch down the leg side from Ben Foakes. And a happy man, Saqib Mahmood. He gets his 2nd wicket of the Test match. Kemar Roach's excellent innings for the West Indies comes to an end at 25, and West Indies are 245 for 9.
Huge shot, walked across, given. And he will review immediately. I just wonder if it's because he thinks he hits it or because he has that review.
LBW. It's a fair delivery. Leslie to mark, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've already checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on, please? Yeah, the ball is quite close to the bat. Doesn't appear to be any bat. I'm going to need ultra edge to confirm. So we hit an ultra edge. Yep, there's a spike as the ball is resting on the bat. Mark, I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel, I'm going to have to ask you to overturn the decision to not out. You're on screen now. Signal.
Good short delivery. Well directed, good technique from Jaden Seals. Got out of the way, unlike some of the other batsmen previously.
This was very well bowled and very well played. It is short, it is short. Seam, see this seam bowled upright as ball pitches, and the seam gets bowled upright, and that's why it drifts back.
LBW, shout, huge shout, not out. And they haven't gotten a review. It goes down to the boundary as well. 4 leg byes it will be. Haven't gotten any reviews as well, England. So they'll have to accept that decision. 245 for 9. Contact might have been a bit high. Just have to wait.
More valuable runs. .262 for 9.
After 100 overs, West Indies 262 for 9, a lead of 58 runs. Go!
I think the umpires may check whether it's 4 or 6. Yep, stays with 4.
That's chipped in the air. Oh, didn't quite come to it. Maybe didn't pick it up in time. Maybe didn't get the correct response to come forward and get the dive in, Jack Leach. Just drops agonizingly short.
They're very similar to the shot that Kalmeer's played when he chipped it to Saqib Mahmood. And this time it falls safely. Not too sure he judged the pace of that one. A little bit late to come forward, Jack Leach. Don't think that he would get there anyway, but the frustration continues. Good aggressive short delivery. And Jaden Seals gets out of the way. Not for the first time, he's had to take evasive action.
Oh, the big shot played and missed. Well, De Silva trying to break this stalemate. Picks the wrong one.
Some turn from Jack Leach, bounce as well.
Gives himself a bit of space and makes beautiful contact this time. Times that absolutely perfectly.
Yes, the movement before the ball is delivered towards the leg, just to access that offside. He knows the line that Jack Leach is predominantly bowling. A really good shot from Joshua De Silva. Moves to 86, eyeing up his highest test score.
Go!
Again, he makes seriously good contact. Two men in the deep, neither of them anyway or anywhere near that one, so he's suddenly raced on to 90, 280 for 9. Well, after those 6 successive maidens, suddenly a very, very different response.
Jaden Seals has just donged Jack Leach for 6 over long on. What a way to reach your highest score so far in Test match cricket.
Take that, Jack Leach, is what Jaden Seals is saying. It was a good blow, really struck it well.
Goes down the ground. He thinks he's got there. He certainly has. What an innings from Josh De Silva. The ecstasy written all over his face, and boy, he's deserved that. Concentration, courage, it's had the lot.
A brilliant 100, a maiden test 100 for Joshua De Silva, the West Indies wicketkeeper batsman. He certainly deserved it. Played exceptionally well for his team, marshaled the lower order with quite a few partnerships. Standing ovation all around. Well deserved, Joshua De Silva. Take a bow.
There was a nick, there was a sound there and gone. Well, would you believe it? Josh De Silva's going to review, he may as well. West Indies have 3 left, but I think he knows he's edged
Copy,
it.
Joel. Review.
And wouldn't you believe
review,
it?
Be the
Concentration
review for caught.
broken because of the 100.
Third umpire, the television director. We have a player review for a caught. The original decision is out. I've already checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin? And the ball is very close to the bat. Very close to the bat. I'm going to need ultra edge to confirm. Just waiting on the ultra edge, Joel. Ultra edge coming up. Just rock and roll it. To take it back, take it back. There appears to be a gap there. Okay, go forward, go forward. Right there, freezing next to the bat. There appears to be a gap between bat and ball. Take it all the way through, roll it through, and see if there's any contact with the bat. Yeah, there's contact with the back leg as the ball passes through. I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel, I'm going to have to advise you to overturn your decision to not out. You're on screen signal now.
Oh, that's extraordinary. The game has descended into the realms of farce here. Joel Wilson gave out Josh De Silva on the field. Josh De Silva just called for the review as an afterthought. He felt that he'd hit it. He thought he was out. And in fact, before the decision came in from the TV umpire to overturn the decision, Josh De Silva had left the field. Over. It's done. Finally, there'll be no reprieve this time for Jaden Seals. Joe Root using the old adage that if you need a job doing, you best do it yourself. He's picked up the final wicket to fall in this West Indies innings. They fall 3 runs short of the 300 mark. The most significant number perhaps is 93, and that'll be the lead that the West Indies carry as England prepare to go out and face the music in their second innings. Relief all round for England that they finally get to leave the field and put their feet up, and great satisfaction for Josh De Silva, who has played a quite marvellous hand, shepherding the tail through to make his maiden Test match century. 257 deliveries it took. It took some courage as he took the odd blow to the hand with the uneven bounce. He had to concentrate unbelievably hard on a surface that was offering 1 or 2 tricks in terms of variable bounce. And that's how the West Indies card looks at the end of their first innings. 116.3 overs they survived out there, and they looked at 95 for 6 as though they wouldn't get anywhere near. But much like England, the tail managed to wag, and it was wagging because of the superb grit and determination of Josh De Silva. 100 from 257 deliveries from him. Another 50-run partnership for the 10th wicket between himself and Jaden Seals.
I hope he's okay. It's ricocheted off Seals past Kemar Roach for 4.
It's an illustration of the power of Zach Crawley. Absolutely drilled it back at the bowler. I mean, it's notionally a chance, I suppose. Chance to visit the orthodontist.
In the air past Brooks at short cover. Back-to-back boundaries for Crawley. 10 without loss. Minus 79 for 1, with Crawley going on the drive again to Seals.
It's the full ball, aiming that extra cover drive. Back coming down slightly on the wrong line. The ball does swing, and Jaden Seals has his man once again. Positive intent, yes. We'll have to think about that sat upstairs. He goes for 8, 14 for 1.
Not where exactly he wanted to hit it. Gets a boundary though.
Yeah, there's that positive intent again. If you are going to go at it out there, then give it the kitchen sink, and Alex Lees did just that.
Oh, he's done it again. Would you believe it? Campbell with his gentle medium pace, or apparently gentle medium pace, has picked up Joe Root, second time in the match. Crucial wicket in this England second innings, and all it's taken him is 3 balls.
He certainly has got the knack of picking up good wickets, crucial wickets. Kyle Mayers, we have seen him done it time and time again, so it's not really a surprise. And the scalp wicket of Captain Joe Root is gone again, this time for 5. England in a bit of trouble, 27 for 2.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. More of the Mayor's magic. Dan Lawrence trying to play himself in, trying to play circumspectly, trying to see what's going on, leaves one alone, and here's that horrible noise behind him.
That's exactly my point, David. Kyle Mayer's strong suit is to bring the ball back into the right-hander. Dan Lawrence should have known that. It's always dangerous to leave alone. He's gone for naught. England in serious trouble. 27 for 3.
What a contrast. Unplayable for two England batsmen so far. Unplayable this time for Josh De Silva behind the stumps with the gloves.
And I think Josh De Silva's in a bit of trouble here. Seen he had some treatment when he was batting. I think his right hand. What happened when he was batting? He just got one to bounce. Just nipped the hand, nipped the finger. And unfortunately, I think that's the end of Joshua De Silva's day with the gloves. He's had a very, very good day when he had his batting gloves on.
In the air, dropped him, seems to be Nkrumah Bonner. Diving away to his left, catchable height. And that man again, Kyle Mayers, creating opportunities.
Just a little push from Alex Lees. Ball wide of off stump. It's hit Bonner, it's hit Bonner. I think more than anything else. Got to stand a lot closer. Because obviously the bounce is inconsistent of bounce.
Gone. Indecision once again, not for the first time in this series. We've seen batsmen trying to leave, trying to play. In the end, just edging it through, and look at that reaction from Shamar Brooks. Just taking the gloves and completes the catch. Utter disbelief. England in further trouble, 39 for 4.
First time the ball goes into Brooks's gloves, it's off the edge. And Ben Stokes, how many times have we seen this? Players just trying to take the bat away at the last minute because they're not sure of the bounce, the inconsistent bounce. Kyle Mayers, a happy man. Ben Stokes, a disappointed man. England in serious trouble now, 39 for 4.
Brings that over to an end, 43 for 4, and it is the tea interval on the third day of the final test here in Grenada. West Indies in control, picking up those 4 wickets for 43 runs, and still an overall lead of 50. And what was a comfortable position certainly is now a commanding position for the West Indies as they seek to win this game, win the series, and put their hands on the Richards Botham Trophy for the first time. Phil Simmons will be extremely pleased with that bowling effort. England, on the other hand, looking at this, will be very disappointed. Lee's the only batsman to get into double figures. The only other double figures extras with 12 at the moment.
The bowling, Kyle Mayers, 3 for 7 off 7 overs. He's ripped the heart out of this England side. 1 for 15 off 5 for Jaden Seals. Roach 0 for 4, Holder 0 for 5. It's been a fantastic middle session from the West Indies.
After 2 days and 2 sessions, this is how things stand at the moment. England 43 for 4, still trailed by 50 runs. And West Indies looking to be firmly in control by the end of day 3.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot from Johnny Bairstow. Brings him 4, brings the 50 up for England as well, 51 for 4.
A little bit too short and obviously too wide as well, and was dispatched quite confidently and quite easily.
Yes.
Bairstow's found a way through again here though. That's all timing, just let it come to him, just timed it beautifully. Moves him on to 12.
That wasn't a bad delivery by any means. Pitched on a good length. He just played it very well, Johnny Bairstow. All timing.
will be 4. Gets Lees to 20.
I wouldn't be too disappointed here if I was Jaden Seals. He needs to go up to him and say to him, that's good, not bad ball in a good area.
Nicked and gone. He tried to up the strike rate. And the low bounce has done for him. Alzari Joseph around the wicket, knocks over Johnny Bairstow. And just as he tried to turn up the tempo, he finds himself on his way back to the dressing room.
Yeah, I just wonder what, if any, that chirping from Joshua De Silva had to do with that dismissal. Just getting under the skin of Johnny Bairstow. That shot came out of nowhere. He goes for 22. England 80 for 5.
Nicely played.
Now, Dapper.
We'll have to be quick here. Oh, I think he's gone. I think that's out. We're going to look upstairs, but I think that Ben Folkes is short, way, way short. Carl Myers with the throw. It was a bullet.
What a throw that was from Myers, and that expression from Joe Root.
Best side on angle,
shows it all.
Okay.
Wickets are broken with the bat short of the ground. I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen. My decision is out. I repeat, out.
There was a hesitation on the turn, and it always looked as though they were going to struggle. England failing the audition to a miserable extent here. Folkes goes for 2. It's 83 for 6.
England now move ahead by 2.
And you could hear the big cheer from the England's fans or spectators, if you like, which means West Indies will have to bat again. But I beg to differ, Bish, because after my first 3 test matches, not 20, but my first 3 against Pakistan, 7 wickets at 52. You probably won't remember. It's such a long time ago. And then we toured England that same year, 1988. I got 22 wickets, and it came right down to the 20s. And then I never left since.
Very good from Kyle Mayers.
Very, very, very good work. Saving every single one possible.
Another one for the impressive Mayers. Creeps under the bat of Lees and ends that long sojourn. Career best figures for Mayers.
Kyle Mayers, once again, you just cannot keep him out of the action. Despair on the faces of the England players. Good length, kept very low, halfway up the stumps. Alex Lees had no answer for that. Kyle Mayers, the man with a golden touch. Lees is gone for 31. England in extreme problems. 97 for 7.
Got another one. First 5-wicket haul in Test match cricket for Kyle Rico Mayers. What a career he's having.
Best known for his unbeaten double century, but this moment here will be equally remembered for Kyle Mayers, for West Indian fans everywhere. Short outside off stump, and not for the first time an English batsman playing at it. Jason Holder juggles but completes the catch. And look at that, irrepressible Kyle Mayers. Overton goes for 1. England 101 for 8.
Short leg nearly in the action. 103 for 8.
Quite often it's called moving day, the third day of a test match, and this game certainly has moved on today. England lead only by 10.
Ground was rocking with local fans late on yesterday evening.
Right in Chris Woke's sweet spot. 3 taken. Loves that drive as much as anyone.
Executes it really well. Make sure he gets his head out over the ball. Doesn't try to overhit it.
That's leg. Leg stop, thank you.
Actually rides with that little bit of movement as well, so the bottom hand is loose on the...
And if they can do that, scoring at a decent rate, things that are impossible start to look possible.
Yeah, I mean, a decent rate in the context of this game is around about 2.5. So it's occupation, isn't it? Crease occupation, batting time, wearing down the bowlers, seeing the ball past its hardest and into that point where it gets softer.
And that's the shot that Rokes plays so well. Third umpire may have a look.
I think that's gone for 4. Quick as Jermaine Blackwood is. Yeah, contact with the ball and with the boundary markers.
Reviewed straight away.
14. Copy, Greg.
First time Chris Wokes at Alzheimer's.
Leslie
Joseph
to Mark,
End.
we have a player review for a caught. The original decision is out. I've already checked and established it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on, please? Yeah, definitely a deflection off the thigh pad. I'll need ultra edge to see if it also comes off the bat or the glove. Just waiting on ultra edge, Greg. Ultra edge coming up. It's a flat line, it passes under the bat. Keep rolling through. Makes contact with the thigh pad. Keep rolling through all the way up. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Yep. There's no spike. Ball is away from the glove. Okay, I'm satisfied. There's no bat involved. I'm ready to go back on field to Gregory. Gregory, I'm going to have to ask you to overturn your decision to not out. You're on screen now. Signal now.
Oh my word, what a catch that is. Instinctive grab of a ball that was going very, very quickly to his right. Jason Holder might have had his ups and downs in this series in other departments, mainly with the bat, but that catch was extraordinary.
What a catch that was. It flew off the bat of Wokes, and Jason Holder at leg slip. He's got safe hands, but that took quick reflexes to complete the catch. Kima Roach, first delivery. Chris Wokes is gone for 19. England in serious trouble. 116 for 9.
Oh my word, just so close. Leach playing away on the offside.
In the air. Oh, did it carry? Oh, it just fell short of Alzavi Joseph in the deep backward point position. Seemed to have just fell short.
Scoops it up on the half volley, doesn't he? He just seemed a loop in the air. Oh, well bowled. Well bowled. Imploring appeals from all round, completely immovable at the umpire's end. De Silva is convinced, emphatically saying, yes, I am sure he has nicked that.
Leslie to Mark, we have a player review for caught behind. The original decision is not out. I've already checked and established it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on, please? Front on coming up. And the ball is very close to the outside edge. I'll need ultra edge to confirm if there's an edge. Just waiting on ultra edge, Joe. Ultra edge coming up. Yep. There's a spike as the ball is resting next to the bat. I'm ready to go back on field to Joel. Joel, I'm going to ask you to overturn your decision. You can give the batsman out on screen now.
Well, ultra edge was the final arbiter. De Silva was right, Roach was right. West Indies as a team absolutely spot on. They've got this final wicket. They've bowled England out for 120. Jack Leach's resistance, dogged resistance, comes to an end. And it was this thin edge off the bowling of Kemar Roach that saw the end of this England second innings. Good low catch from De Silva. Almost wrong-footed for a second. Ultra edge just confirms what De Silva knew for a certainty. Celebration started.
They were very, very convinced. Very. And what did I tell you, David? Kemar Roach. Got to get him in. Got to get him in. Finish off the innings.
King, I bow to your judgment. Well, that's what he's done, Kemar Roach. Finished things off pretty swiftly. Phil Simmons, the coach, will be delighted with the whole team effort. The drummers will be delighted that they're here to witness this as well. And we'll be down to the final formalities in about 10 minutes' time as West Indies set off in search of 28 runs to win the test, to win the series, and go home from Grenada very, very happy as a team. For England, it's the opposite end of that same story. Hugely disappointing second innings. Lee's 31 top score. Bairstow 22 next. Wokes with 19 after that. Too many single-figure scores from an England batting lineup that was thrown into complete disarray by West Indies bowling.
Look at that bowling lineup. A wicket to Joseph, 1 to Seals, 2 to Kemar Roach. But Kyle Myers, 17 overs, 9 maidens, 5 for 18. Destroyed the England batting lineup yesterday and left England in absolute tatters.
Yeah, the magic of Myers indeed doing the damage. So with 3 innings complete in this third and final test match, the final part of the story will begin in just under 10 minutes' time as West Indies needs 28 runs to win.
No choice but to review it. They do.
For LBW. Leslie to Mark, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've already checked the front foot and established it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin, please? Front on coming up, Greg. There doesn't appear to be any bat. I'll need Ultra Edge to confirm that. Ultra Edge coming up now. Yeah, the ball is under the bat. It's a flat line. There's no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking, please? Ball tracking coming up. Pitching outside off. Impact outside. Thank you. I'm ready to go back on field to Gregory. Gregory, you can stay with your original not out decision. Your on-screen signal now.
Good decision in real time. Raced away. 8 without loss.
It's overboard.
Into his sweet spot once again, which means that there are 11 to win for the West Indies to get a hold of the Richards Botham Trophy.
Boy, has he timed that ball well. This has been a lucrative area for Craig Brathwaite in these 3 test matches. When England have just either overpitched or they've gone a bit too straight, scrambled seam, and he's timed the ball beautifully. The one thing I do see about that graphic of the leading run scorers and the leading wicket takers, senior players have stood up.
Lovely. In the tradition of some great Barbadian and West Indian opening batsmen, the square cut.
He's timed it well off the leg side. This is timed perfect. Middle of the bat. Beautiful shot.
What a shot. Seen it often from Craig Brathwaite throughout this series. 2 needed for the West Indies.
A beautiful shot from the West Indian captain. The end is nigh for the England fans, but the party's nigh for the West Indies fans. Captain again, timing beautifully, trying to hit too hard. Hold the pose, stand and deliver.
A win that has come swiftly and appropriately off the bat of the West Indies captain and leader.